wait for somebody to jump on so you don't miss any juicy goss.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I should put my Disney ears on, shouldn't I?
No, you were going to put them on.
Oh, I was. Do you think I should put them on?
We got like 6 pairs.
Yeah, of course.
You go grab them.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You got all of them.
Hey!
That's still your favorite.
Who's joining?
That's still your favorite pair, huh?
Yes, favourite.
Yeah,
Dal's here.
pair. Yeah.
She's here. Say hey if you're watching live. We can't wait to share this with you.
Hey.
Hey Zoe.
Hey Zoe.
Your favourite clients.
Yeah.
Hi Laura.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
We're well, thank you. Got my Disney ears on.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't want to start talking and people miss it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So excited to launch this and have CJ as my other half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hi Marie. Hey. It's so weird doing lives with Chris because I'm so used to just like coming on and talking and
just doing your thing.
All about me. No, it's not all about me.
It's all about them, right?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else is on? Say hey. Minnie is watching. Aw. Hey Minnie. Minnie's on my bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just get started.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about it. So, we've been working behind the scenes, and on the 1st of June, I have a new membership coming out called The Shift.
Yeah.
Reason why it's called The Shift is because CJ and I have both had miraculous shifts in the last 8 weeks. We've had them separately, but we've had them together as well, which we will speak about in a bit. So this membership's going to start on the 1st of June, which I'm so excited to launch this for you. And you all know I love helping people in so many other ways, like just so many ways. And I've been trying to figure out, what it is and how I want to help you more and, as a community. So my passion is helping you shift your reality, because you all know I love helping you see the world differently. I see the good in everything. I see the good in a negative situation. When I walk outside, I see the good in everything that I see. And that's what I want to help you with in the shift. It's helping you have a shift in your reality for how you see the world. So you all know I've got my podcast out, which came out last month, which thank you for all my lovely comments and you're just all loving it. My vision behind the podcast was to bring other perspectives, other people's journeys, to the podcast. So it's not all about me. It's never all about me. It's about you lot. It's about CJ. It's about what we can do as a collective. So we all see the world through our own eyes. How I see the world, how Chris sees the world, how you see the world is completely different, but when we shift together, it's miraculous. So I guide you through mentoring, coaching, teaching, inspiring, motivating, whatever I need to do, I will be that person for you. So CJ and I have had guidance and help, along the way from multiple people, which we're so grateful for. We've had so many people guiding us and it helps us to guide you too, because we're all in this together. We're all wanting to shift and be better people and to help each other. I'm really sorry if we're not saying hi to everyone because we're on a roll. We'll say hi in a bit when everyone's coming on, but hi to everyone who's joining. So when you do go through a shift, and as the mystics call it, it's called a quantum moment. Everything clicks, literally, doesn't it? Everything just clicks into place. And it's so hard to put it into words how it feels. But when you have a shift, and it can be an awakening, you could have could have several awakenings, but an actual shift is unexplainable. It really is. And we've both had shifts together. So we're going to talk about, I'm going to let CJ talk now because it's all about Pip. And then I'll be telling you about what the membership's about and what you can expect and all the juicy details about that. But CJ and I have fallen in love with this study that we've been reading about, and we read it through Wayne Dyer. So I will hand you over to CJ to read the study.
Yeah, like Pippa was saying, for us, this pandemic has been profound. It's been very challenging for both of us, obviously. You know, I'm in the United States. She's here in the UK. I was about to board a plane. Literally 20 minutes, I was supposed to get on a plane and fly over here in early March. And then our wonderful president came on and closed the borders. And so I decided at that time it wasn't wise to come over. And I turned around and flew back, you know, to the West Coast of the United States. That was meant to be. I was not meant to get on that airplane, because after that, you know, not only did it put pressures on both of her and I, you know, having this long distance relationship, but it really forced us into retreat, where we have taken advantage of this isolation and time to really focus on ourselves. And, you know, my story will come out, you know, especially in this membership, I'll talk more about it. But a couple years ago, you know, with my ex-relationship, I was in a foreign country, basically homeless, nowhere to go. And I had to fly back to the United States with the help of my family to get myself back on my 2 feet, because, you know, my ex took advantage of me, and I helped, you know, I gave up everything to move overseas to support her in her career. And that was meant to happen, because that forced me on this road of recovery and really spiritual journey. And what happened 8 weeks ago was profound, where I shifted, my perception on life shifted.
You're on the floor.
Yeah, I you know, it's a long story, and you don't have time to go into it here, but I threw my back out, and I couldn't get up off the ground. And it was just one of those moments in life where it was like this quantum moment where I just gave up, not on life itself, but just gave up on control, outcome, caring about outcome, obsessing about, you know, wealth, abundance, all these things. I just threw my hands up and said, to hell with all of it. And then I heard my higher self, my guide, say, okay, stand up. And I crawled. If you've ever thrown your back out, it's horrendous. I crawled, and I had to crawl up a wall, basically, to get up. And, you know, and then I was up, and it's, you know, physically recovered pretty quickly from that. But it was a moment that I just surrendered. And so this thing with Wayne Dyer, and he brought it up in the shift, and this is why we kind of call it the shift, because the study was, and I'm a scientist by training. I have a PhD in a real science, animal science and physiology.
So he's a doctor, really?
Yeah, I'm a doctor. And, you know, I was a professor for many years. My training is science. I have 60-something research articles published. I'm a skeptic by nature. So
until you met me.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know, there's been daily confirmation, like miracles daily, that are amazing. So here's a scientific study, anatomy of quantum change, and what it was how people's perception in the shift in life, you know, what shifts in them. And so, you know, they did a before and after, and that's typically what we do, and like especially in social sciences. You know, what are your opinions before, and then people that have gone through this shift, what is it after? And for men, you know, because the other part of the equation, the divine masculine, divine feminine, but for men, you know, their 5 top things that they cared about most before the shift, and I totally resonate with all of this. Number 1, that before men's spirit or spiritualism, quantum moment, what they cared about most was wealth, so money, making money. Yeah, that resonates with me. Adventure, you know, traveling, you know, as guys, we do stupid things. Achievement, absolutely. You know, as a man, I could say that has been very important in my life. Pleasure, yeah, I mean, doing things, going out with, what do you guys say, the lads, having beers.
Yeah, the lads, and one-night stands. And
going out to bars and doing all that stuff. And then to be respected, you know, the machismo, respect me, I'm a man. Those were the 5 things that men listed that were most important to them. Then after they had this shift, after this quantum moment, it completely shifted or changed for them. Number 1 thing that mattered most was spirituality. And I absolutely resonate with that. Like, that is, for me, each day, my spirituality, my prayer, my meditations, the gratitude I give to the universe, to source, to God every single day is the most important thing to me. Number 2, personal peace, and that resonates with me. Absolutely. You know, I'm more at peace now. And I've been tested. Yeah, I've been tested. She's tested me.
Yes.
You know, the first week I was here in the UK, she tested me big time, and I think I passed with flying colors. I was like, okay, you know, I just go with the flow. Family, absolutely. Family is one of the most important things to me. God's will, and I think that's kind of giving up control. I absolutely resonate with that. And honesty, being honest, and honesty from others and honesty in myself. So for men, there was a complete shift in how they see the world. And I think that's what Pip and I are trying to get at with this membership thing that we're both going to work on, that we're both going to give perceptions, from a male perspective, but especially from a female and her perspective. So, and you wanted to talk about how the women shifted.
The actual study was called "The Moment That Turned Your Values Upside Down." So it just shows how different it can be. So for women, I know a lot of women are watching. So according to these women that were asked, their personal characteristics before the shift, these are top 5 things that were meant most to us before a shift. 1 was family, which we can all relate to. A lot of us are mums, and I'm a dog mum, so that still counts. Sense of independence. Women, we want to be independent. We don't want to rely on anyone. We can do it. We want to cook for everyone and clean for everyone, and I can relate to that. Career. It's more apparent now that women want to be, working, because, back in early 1900s and through the 19th century, it was women stayed at home. They would never go to work. Men would go to work. So, a career. We're quite wanting to have a career. Fitting in. Now, this is the one that I would have related to the most. I wanted to fit in all the way through school, college, uni. I wanted to fit in with the crowd. Well, not anymore. And being attractive. That is another one, we want to be, especially with the guys going out for the pleasure and all this respect. It's like women are actually competing with each other to be an attractive, and that was one of their values before a quantum moment. After a quantum moment, women's top priority was personal growth. Now, how many of you can relate to that? Personal growth for me is a daily thing. I have to keep growing, and all of our challenges and lessons that come up on a daily basis are for personal growth. Number 2, self-esteem. Because self-esteem is all to do with self-love, self-worth. It's all one big package. And after that, self-esteem is our most, it's our priority to make sure our cup is full every day. A sense of spirituality. So, after our quantum moment, we realise, spirituality is the way, and how you believe in that is, it's your choice how you see it. As I said before, you see the world differently. Number 4 is happiness. Now that is a big one for me. All these I can relate to, but happiness is the main focus. Happiness is the way. It's what we strive to be on a daily basis. Number 5 was generosity. Now this was me before and after. Mine just got more generous and more kinder. So they were the top 5 for women after a quantum shift. Now, if any of you are watching, men and women who can relate to those before, we want to get you to the after. And your shift, your quantum moment, your spiritual awakening will be so personal to you. But I know when I was having my spiritual awakening and my quantum moment, which I've had a few, but obviously my big one was a few weeks ago, having support, having people who've been through that. Like I've said on my recent episode on my podcast, we all go through the same things in life. CJ's been through things, I've been through things that we've been through the same, and we support each other as everyone else does. We all support each other in our own traumas, in our own achievements, everything that we do in life. So the shift membership is something that I really wanted to put out, because I've had a membership before which has been going amazing. I wanted to carry something on that was more a community kind of thing, which a sacred space for everyone to hold that space, because you need people you trust, you need people that have been through this, like me and CJ, and to hold to just hold that space for you. So each month, which is the exciting part, because we'll talk about this today, each month I'm wanting to talk about different things that can get you to your shift, because we want to kind of spark things to help you on the shift. Because the only thing that is stopping you from having your shift is you. So if you can start to see the world differently and start to, go outside of a day and look at something just differently, that is getting you on the path to your shift. So there was something that we were talking about, what was it, the core values that were about, there's 4 core values explained for the the quantum shift, and you can read them because I can't read your writing.
Since I'm a doctor, see, doctor writing.
You can test me, but I can't read your writing.
Those are the 4 things that happen when there's a quantum moment that they talk about, and again, I just and when we talk more about this, I'll explain more what happened to me, but it was very, number one is vivid. It's a very vivid moment. It's one you don't forget, and it stays with you forever. Number 2 is surprising and unexpected. So my trigger, my final piece, because I was building up to that moment, was when I got up out of my chair, and I swear to you, it felt like either God or my spirit guide or somebody just poked me right in the back, and it was like the 5th lumbar vertebrae, and I just went straight to the ground. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? It was so surprised and unexpected, and I surrendered. So that is what happens. Benevolent, peaceful, serene. Laying there, I did. That moment where I just surrendered and said, okay, I can't worry about it anymore. I can't worry about every little thing in my life. I give up. I give up worrying about it all. I just surrendered. It was like turning on a light switch. It was just wow. And then number 4 was enduring. It never goes away. Never goes away. I will never go back to being...
You can't revert back to...
No. The worried, the anxiety, the depressive state. I mean, I was never clinically depressed, but depressed. Like just, oh my God, today sucks. I don't have any bad days anymore. I just learn. Everything that if it's negative, it's a learning experience for me.
Yeah.
So, I go outside and I hear the birds and the trees, and I walk around with a smile on my face. It's amazing.
Life just looks different, and it's, even though we're on this path and we've had this shift, challenges still come up, lessons still come up, and that's part of your journey. But what the big moment for me is that everything that is happening, this live was meant to be. This membership was meant to be. It was all written. Everything was written, like from the moment you were born. Your whole life was planned. Everything. And that when you get your head around that, it's like, wow. So why do you need to worry? Because everything will show itself to you. Signs will show themselves. You just need to open those eyes. It's like another layer of just serene, like you said, just amazement. So within the membership, obviously, I give a lot, and it's my nature, the generosity, all of this is what I want to do. So within the membership, we're going to be doing, meditation journeys. I'm nearly halfway through one. It's day 5 today. I'm going to be doing meditation journeys, visualization journeys, manifestation challenges, masterclasses. CJ and I are working really hard at the moment for, to bring a masterclass to you, which won't be for another few weeks, months maybe, but it's something huge that we're working on, amongst like smaller ones as well. Full and new moon rituals, me, moon child. I love doing my full moon rituals and my new moon rituals. CJ does them with me, and they'll be every single month. Yeah. You'll have all the workbooks that I designed to help you with, your daily practices. So the one thing I want to mention, which I wrote down before, is when we're talking about different topics each month, I want to help you integrate them into your life. So for example, a daily practice. Some of you may have a daily practice, but how many of you do it every single day? I bet some of you miss days. I have done 34 days straight without missing a day. Now that is an achievement, because I would always miss a day. I'd be having a drink on a Friday, Saturday would come and I'd be like, oh, it's alright, I'll do it tomorrow. It's not how it's going to work. It really isn't. And it's like what the vision I had yesterday. I live on a canal, and every day we walk the dog, and there's a swan on her nest, and she's been there for ages, and we're like, when are the chicks going to be born? We're like, not chicks, goslings.
Goslings, yeah.
Yeah, that was correcting from science, animal man. Goslings, when they're going to be like, when they're going to hatch. And I was thinking, God, it's, she's on that, we looked it up. She has to stay on the nest for 42 days. So I was chanting in the bath yesterday. My amazing friend Laura does chants in her group, and I was chanting one of her chants and her mantras, and a vision came to me, and it said, if you're supposed to do chant a mantra for 40 days straight. Okay, great. So it just showed me this swan. So if a swan came off her nest for a full day, she could risk losing her babies. So it's the same concept. Your personal growth, self-esteem, sense of spirituality, happiness, generosity, all that are your babies. They're all part of you. you know, and everything around you is gonna get better and feel better, and everything's gonna look different. When you look out your window in the morning, you're gonna see a completely different world, and that is coming from both of us have seen that. So you all know, my old followers who followed me for a while, I did something called Self-Love Sunrise for a long time last year. It was a Monday to Friday self-love daily practice, and it was at 6 a.m. Monday to Friday, and yes, people got up for 6 a.m. and it was amazing, hence why it's called Self-Love Sunrise. And I haven't done it for a while, and it's something that I was really passionate about. So within the membership, I'm going to be doing once a week a Self-Love Sunrise, and then giving you that tool to do for you, because I can show you and give you a tool, but you have to commit and do the work for you to see the results, to see the changes. Me and CJ will be doing different live Q&As, you know, question and answers, because, you know, Chris has different experiences, he's gone through different traumas, you know, his life experience is different to me, and he's a little bit older than me, so... Sorry, babe. He's a little bit older than me, so he's got more life experience.
Not that much.
No, but... So, we want to, like... I want to do live Q&As. You can ask questions as much as you can, and ask CJ questions, because it's the masculine and the feminine I want to bring together for both. And I'll be bringing other people into the membership each month, you know, because like I did with the podcast, you've heard the interviews. I'm interviewing different people. They have different journeys, different stories, perspectives, insights. Their awakenings are different to mine. So I'll be bringing in different people each month, like I did on the podcast, to share their experiences, to share their insights, their journeys, and any tips and tricks they have in, you know, what they do. But the main passion and focus on the Shift membership is helping you shift. Yeah. It really is just about helping you shift, because people help me shift. Yeah. CJ helped me shift. You have to have those people around you who are like cheering you on. You know, surround yourself with people who are positive and who want to see you have this quantum moment. Like, it's huge. Yeah. It's absolutely huge.
Changes your life, like, completely.
Yeah.
Completely changes your life.
It changes your life. We were watching Wayne today. Like, Wayne was talking about, he just doesn't feel like human anymore. Like, not in a weird way. It's because he's just so at peace with life. Yeah. Yeah. He's so at peace with life. You know, everything is written. The rest of your life is written. It's written. It's already, everything's there ready for you, and we can't. Why stress about it when you know it's already written? Yeah. So I've actually worked out something amazing. So you all know, by the way, one thing I did miss is every month we'll be doing a group session, a group mentoring session around the topic or around something that we really feel we want to integrate that month. So that'll be done with me. And all the lives will be on a separate Facebook group. You'll have your own access to a page on my website with all your content. You'll have all your exclusive stuff in there. So you'll have a password, you get to go in, have all your juicy stuff, download your workbooks, listen to your meditations, listen to my visualizations, which, like, his visualizations my favourite, so he just loves it. And
also the Telegram group?
Oh yeah, so if you've heard of Telegram, I'm setting a Telegram group up, which is like WhatsApp, but it's a bit different. So anyone who's in the membership will have a Telegram group. So if you're, you know, whatever time it is, if I'm awake and you need help, you know, I'll be there to help you and support you through your shift, through your journey. So all of this, wait for it, is only going to be £55 a month. I wanted to kind of set something that was super affordable, because all of this content that I'm giving you, like, you know, it is my time and energy, and I just love to help people, and my passion is this. So I wanted to make it super affordable, and there is 2 different ways to pay it. You can pay for a 6-month membership, or you can just do monthly. There's no contract. You can just have a month, and you could just learn something that month, and then you can move on. You can have your shift within a week, and if you do, woohoo! Yeah. Like, it's just to help you on your shift, on your awakening, on your journey. And if I and CJ can be a part of that journey and, you know, hold your hand on that path just for a little while, that's our job and passion complete.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So, does anyone have any questions before we say bye? I want to see who else who's commented. Let me see. Laura needs to hear that then. My phone's like... Let me see. Has anyone got any questions? Zoe, very exciting, guys. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Dad. Love my ears. Oh, I've literally got So many. I'm just trying to get all these comments. So, anyone want any questions?
No.
Feel free. Anything you want to share?
No, it's just exciting, and it's just, and it's not just like we talk about Wayne Dyer, but I've got so much to say. Like
I've got so much to say.
I go back 20 years of reading Conversations with God with Neil Donald Walsh. Like that was the beginning of my spiritual journey, and Journey of Souls with Michael Newton. Eckhart Tolle, Hicks. There's just so many spiritual people that we both have read. We're voracious readers and followers of a lot of people.
What I wanted to say is this is how a shift works as well, because CJ read Wayne Dyer's books and other people's books a year ago and just said, oh yeah, great. Yeah. He's read them again. He's like profound.
Yeah, it just is such a difference.
You're meant to read things, you're meant to do things, and this membership, if this is screaming at you like, I need something like this, it will be meant for you. And that's what me and CJ are like. This membership is from our heart and our souls, and I started a membership in February when I was in LA. I wanted it to do it for a while, and I knew, and obviously the pandemic hit and everything kind of went a little bit pear-shaped, which is completely fine, but I was still there for everyone, and I'm still kind of giving you as much as I can, but still deep down in my soul I'm thinking to myself, there's something that I need to do. I've got to keep doing this, because I love helping people in a group, and I love helping people as a collective, and if we can all shift together,
change the world.
It will literally change the world.
That's the goal.
It literally will, because CJ is all about animals as much as I am. He's the animal expert, and his podcast, that's how we met, so that's another story. It's just profound. We will be going into detail about this, because our relationship isn't in a soulmate relationship. We do want to talk about that more. It's just going to be a different topic and a different live, and there's a lot to our story, a lot to it. We have it all written down. It's in our journals. We keep going back to it, and we're thinking, wow, how much our journeys just been wow. Yeah. It's unexplainable. You can't. When we actually talk about our story, we're going to be like, what do we say? How are we going to?
We'll try.
Yeah. So, any questions, guys? You can comment after this, and if you're watching the replay, we hope you really enjoy it. The sign up is on the description on the video. It starts on the 1st of June, so you need to go on the waiting list. You have all the details sent to you. But I can't wait to have some of you in there, because I know some of you have followed me for so long, and I feel like this is the right moment for the shift, to help you with the shift as we've gone through our shift. So it's exciting. It really is. So 1st of June is when it starts. It'll be the doors open. Waiting list is on the link, and I can't wait to see some of you in there. So
thanks for watching.
Hi Michelle. We're heading off now, but enjoy the replay.
Enjoy the replay.
Love and light, guys. Bye.